Aloha, my kako. This is Oracle of the Golden Spiral. Today we're going to be doing a reading for Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What are the messages for Virgo, please? Current messages for Virgo. My messages have no dates, therefore when they find you, that's when I believe the message is for you. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, Virgo. How interesting. Okay. You have the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Devil, the Page of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. Can I get a card for the Devil, please? This seems like, Virgo, you're going to need to trick yourself out of something. It's honestly the energy that I'm getting right now. It's like a mind over matter thing. One more. Okay, maybe two more. So you have the Four of Swords, the Strength, and the High Priestess. And give me one for that. One for the Seven of Swords. It's almost as if there's two ways this can go. And I think you're very intent on one way, like you see both ways, but you're very intent on one way being the way that, like, you have a desired outcome, right? It's like underneath it all, you have a desired outcome. It's like the appearance of being fair. However, you really want to assure that the outcome that you desire is the outcome that inevitably happens. It's something that you care deeply about. It's too many. Sorry about that. So let's, Seven of Swords, please. Seven of Swords for Virgo. Right, okay. So yeah, I think there's something that you know that there's two ways that something can go. You, excuse me, why am I having a hard time talking? There's a very distinct way that you want this to roll. You're very caught up on it. So much so that you may be denying your intuition, or any outside sources that would tell you differently, because, and I totally have been here before, there is an honest and genuine feeling that you are correct. And I'm not sure that you're wrong, okay? In fact, I think that probably you are, the intended outcome is the best outcome, not just for you, but for everyone, right? However, your advice is to play along. Like, I know that sounds so insane, but it's like almost playing along with the opposition. And what it's going to help you do is to, I mean, it will, it's almost as if, like, you're not convinced. How do I put this? Because I do get the energy that you believe that you're right, but you're not 100% convinced. But if you play along with the opposition and be open to discussion and being open to seeing it from their point of view and being open, whether or not you want to, like, I get the distinct feeling that you don't want to, which is why the suggestion is that you should, even though you don't want to, right? So I think that's where the mind over matter comes into play. Um, I think that you're going to have to engage with the opposite thought, the opposite, whether or not that's with a group of people, or whether that or not that's with just opening your mind to that other possibility. And what you're going to learn is the ways to get you unstuck. Like, it's almost as if you're learning how to better solidify the argument for your side of the matter, or for the option that you want. But what it does is it also engenders collaboration, which you're not seeing here. You're not seeing this here. It's just a sense of feeling that I'm getting. And it really, all that stems off of, quite honestly, is the intensity of this Nine of Wands and the healing and generally like reflective nature of the Four of Swords, right? It's like that grace, that known it's hard to explain in words. It's like the energy of that like burden of choice plus the understanding of the world as a whole, which has its element, and when we're in that Four of Swords energy, being able to kind of be at peace with those things while almost like drawing in that opposition energy to be able to go ahead and to heal ourselves and to find solace in the grand spectrum of things, and yet has this like devotion aspect and grace aspect to it, right? So it's kind of like within, it's almost like entertain the other side. And what you'll find is you'll find better ways of solidifying the position that you're in, not just for you, but for to be able to present that to other people. But what you've also done in this experience is pay reverence to the fact that the other side has a viewpoint and has a genuine pursuit of their own, right? That all leading to exactly what this is, which is the Two of Wands, which I talked about as being the crossroads, being the two paths, but at the same time, this is somewhat of a graduation, right? Because we've gotten to a place where we understand so much more that we're able to take the path. How do I put it? Like we're able to move into that, right? It's like moving beyond the world that you've known before. Moving beyond the world that you've known before, but knowing which path to take when you come to that crossroads, and elevating and moving out into the world. That's why this is like such a, it's very poetic. It's like the underlying energy of you being adamant about what you believe, which side you're on, what that stance is, and hoping to turn the tide, and yet in the development of it all, if you take the advice and entertain the other side, and even though you don't want to, right? This is the Seven of Swords. It's like mind over matter. It's like, oh, I have to, it's almost as if you have to, it's about strategy. It's about, not necessarily deception, but that energy, the energy of like being able to, oh, it's such a hard energy to explain. But the beauty of it is while you mind over matter and you entertain that other side, that is in fact, in a very ironic way, what helps you to solidify the fact that you were correct in your position in the first place. Also, you know, engaging that wheel of fortune, changing it into what you thought it was, ultimately become, it's like the true manifestation. It's like what you thought it was inevitably becomes, because of the advice that you've taken to step beyond what you thought. It's like stepping beyond what you thought to solidify your position and what you thought. God, that's a mind fuck. Okay. So, but yeah, you need to be secure in yourself and to have the strength to be able to engage in this area, to release you from just wanting it to be your way, to actually seeing why it is actually beneficial to be your way. The precision and the perfection of this alludes to the universe's greatness, but also totally, I would imagine, engages a Virgo. Regardless, Virgo, it's going to lead you to more exciting and more developing futures. It's going to help you see it's not just going along this new path in the crossroads, right? It's like you being inspired and engaged with that path and leading you to additional moments such as these. Yeah. This is a beautiful reading. I think I'm going to leave it at that, Virgo. I am wishing you all the best. And until next time, thank you so much for being here, for liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And as always, mahalo.